packed audience at the beginning. They didn't all stay to the end, but we know why. I'm glad to hear how many businesses there are in Clifton Forge, and I feel good knowing that we are increasing the number of businesses in town. I talked to town manager about a week ago about Clifton Forge Council actually doing something for the businesses other than just say thank you. And I think that we have a long way to go to what that's going to consist of, but I would like to see the town of Clifton Forge do something to encourage businesses to be here, new business to come here, and the old businesses to stay here. And I think that Chuck and Leanna can come up with something in the budget to maybe help us to do that in the future. The farmers market, I don't know how many of you have been down there on Thursday afternoons from 3:30 to 6:30, but Doug, who is part of Main Street that is organizing it, has really created something that's worth going to, even if you don't want to buy anything, because he's got musicians to give music there for most of that couple hours of that 3. So it's really turning into a thing to do in Clifton Forge on Thursday afternoon, and I encourage everyone to do that. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Umstead?
Yes. The people that attended to get the Hometown Hero Award, I don't think the town can express in words or money or awards or anything else. You guys are the reason the town is where it is right now. Because you sacrifice to stay open, sell stuff to people, and keep your businesses going. To me, you're the heart and blood of what we do with up here. And I almost brought a tear to my eye when I saw the number of people sitting out there. And then I heard the number of people that didn't come. I'm glad they all didn't show up. It has been overwhelming. My wife and I walk through town every day, and I see a lot of you working in town every day. You are the reason why we make decisions. You are the reason why we exist. If it wasn't for you guys over the last 18 months, you'd start sitting up here. I think if Leanne was here, she would tell you we had our best sales tax in the last 5 to 7 years. And there was a pandemic. You guys didn't realize that. You just did your jobs. So on behalf of myself and my wife and my family, I thank you very much for that. Speaking of my wife, we went to Michigan for 2 weeks. My wife has a disease called burning mouth disease. Every place we went here, don't take my picture, Judy. Every place we went here, they knew nothing about it. I went to a friend of mine who runs a dental school at the University of Michigan. The lady told her, Debbie, I'm glad you're here, we're going to fix it. She uses a mouthwash now that tastes bitterly terrible. But she can actually eat food now. She can actually chew without pain. There are people that can help people do anything. I thank Lee that came from the hospital. That's the first time I've listened to an administrator from the hospital in the last 8 years that meant anything to me. He actually brought me hope. I'd like him to come back and talk to us more often. Martha, you may think I'm against what you're doing. I'm not. I don't like loose ends. I like everything tied up in a bundle so no one can question anything. I will do anything I can to help you with that. I just want it taken care of. Okay?
You're on it.
Thank you. And I feel fortunate to be in this community with the background and support of the people that I deal with. I came back, there's a lady who has a manicuring place downtown. I don't need a manicure, but I'm going to stop by and get one just to help her out. I feel very fortunate to live here. My wife and I got back from Michigan, plane touchdown, I was home. This is a wonderful place. I love it here. I love it here. And every time I talk and defend you guys, it's because I care. I'm not trying to cause ripples. I actually care. But I hate loose ends. Mr. Urban and I have been friends for 20 years. You'd never find two people as different in the world as Mr. Urban and myself sometimes. But we get along quite well because I think we both like this community. And I love what I do here. My 5 minutes up, Chuck? Good, because I'm done. Thank you very much for coming. I will see you. I'll see you in, what, September?
Yeah.
I hope there's as many people in September as there is now, or more. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Mayor Urban?
I too would like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I'd like to thank all the businesses for what they do during the pandemic and even before. The businesses is one of the heartbeats of the town. Without them, I mean, it'd be rough. Even we'd be here. I think thanks to the Love committee there that's working on the sign, you're doing a good job. It's going in the right place and it's going to be wonderful. I'd like to thank Chuck and the Public Works Department for the work they did to the cemetery's entrance. This, I can't say enough, especially on Red Hill, it's beautiful. I mean,
Well, he gets plants in it.
I don't care what color they are, but that's fine. But, I mean, it is, I've been here my whole life, I've never seen a deputy get pretty. Both of them are wonderful. Thank you, Chuck and Public Works. I say thanks to everyone working on the dog park. I know it's been a long time, you know, it took a while, but we're gonna get there. We'll make it, and it'll do good. We'll be fine on that. I'd like to thank Chad and others for the work they did at the National Night Out. That was wonderful. I got a little tired getting dumped, but couldn't get Chuck in there, but we had a good time. I'd like to thank who was it? Miss Stewart, and for the Rock House and all the work, and the committee for all the work they do on that. That's going to be another project that's going to turn out. I just got a feeling it's going to turn out wonderful. We got a good committee on that. Everybody work together. It's going to come through. I would like to say, you know, we need to keep in prayer for the family of the guy who got killed last night. Keep their family in prayer. You know, it's unfortunate. I had no way to understand what they would be going through, losing a son and a family member. Just keep them in prayer, and everyone, thank God we're here. We're pulling through, and God bless each and one of us.
Thank you.
Madam Mayor, I forgot one thing.
Really?
Comment.
Please.
Evidently, Mark Dobbs has been put in charge of taking care of Linden Park. He's up
He's
there.
always been in the park.
Okay, Mark Dobbs.
Mark Dobbs.
Oh,
Yeah, well, you can already see that he's starting to do some things. I think the roof on the picnic shelter has been fixed, and the ball field dirt has been torn up. The grass has gotten rid of, and it's back to dirt again.
And we've actually rented a tiller or borrowed a tiller to go behind the tractor to get that infield back in shape.
Yeah, good.
thank you.
Okay.
Can I
Thank
say
you.
something nice?
Say whatever you want to say. That way I won't have to say
Okay.
anything. I'll just,
The hanging plants, they're the best to me that they've looked in 5-7 years. Public Works just keeps water, and that's absolutely wonderful. That looks good. And going out of town on 64 looks good, or 60. In front of BB&T.
The next phase of the renovation, when they leave Red Hill next week, they're going to start on that row of Craig Myrtles in front of Kroger's going through the east. It's an excellent
Good.
deal.
Good.
anybody else want to add anything?
Yeah, good night.
I'm not going to belabor this by repeating everything, but I will repeat the condolences for the family that lost their loved one in Longmore. It was a Clifton Forge resident, so I just ask for prayers for that family. While we're talking about recycling, we need to talk about police retention as well. That's when I went to the Mayor's Institute, Vice Mayor and myself went, That was a major topic in the state of Virginia. Law enforcement, police turnover. It's all about the money. So while you think about the recycling, think about how we're going to retain our officers. In 2019, I was on the council. We've lost 13 officers since 2019. Some to retirement, some were asked to leave, but it's still a lot. And there's a lot happening in our community, and we need our police officers. So that's something else to think about. And I just want to close by saying thanks, Ron, for inviting the hospital administrator. It's nothing better than having expert advice when you're in the middle of a pandemic. So I appreciate him being here and engaging with us. And I just want to remind everybody that next month is Suicide Awareness Month, and we will be doing a proclamation. And having said all of that, thank you all, and may I get a motion to adjourn?
Another session.
Closed session.
Do I have a motion to go into closed session based upon Code Section 2.2-3711A-3 to discuss real estate issues?
So moved.
Second.